Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. We're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to get started with math lesson 7.7. So make sure that you have this on in front of you, 7.7. It's page 397. 397. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show 16. So you know from class that in order to show 16, we have two tens frames. And that to show 16, the first tens frame is completely full because that's 10. And we know that 16 is bigger than 10. So we're going to fill up this whole first tens frame. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then if you remember, we start at the top left-hand corner and go all the way across that row. And then the bottom left corner and go all the way across that row. That way, if we have to stop anywhere on the tens frame, we know that we have 5, and then 6, 7, 8, or 6, 7, and we can count all the way up. Okay, now we're making 16. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we can get there by counting 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, or we can count 5, 10, 15, 16. Now, if we wanted to get to 17, we would have to add one more. So now we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, go ahead and flip one page in your packet. And when you flip one page in your packet, it should look like this. And we're going to do the exact same thing. This time we're showing 16. So I want you to trace the number 16. And then we're going to show the number 16 using these 10 frames. So again, we know that 16 is greater than 10. So we know that we're going to have one full tens frame. So we need to fill in one full tens frame for sure. All right, now that that is full, we need to make sure that we know. So we have 10 and we need to get to 16. So we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, or 5, 10, 15, 16. Now, this 10, go ahead and trace it, relates to this tens frame. So this is full, so we know that that is 10. Then for this tens frame, we need to write this number on this line. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then we know that 10 plus 6 equals our 16 that we're trying to make. Also, remember, when you make a 10, it's a 1 and then a 0 like this. If we make it this way, 0 then 1, we have the number 1. Same thing with 16. If we made it this way, we would have the number 61. So they're two very different numbers. So make sure when you're in the teens, the 1 goes first. Okay? Okay, flip your whole packet over, and you should see this page. The same thing we just did over here, but now we're doing 17 instead of 16. So I want you to go ahead and trace that 17. And I want you to pause the video, and I want to see if you can do this on your own, and then hit play and check and make sure you're right. So I'm going to go ahead and get going here. 17, we know that 17 is greater than 10. So we know that we need at least one full 10 frame. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we have 10, and then we need to count up to get to 17. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Again, this number 10 right here, I'm going to go ahead and trace that, represents this tens frame. This number here represents this tens frame. So how many are in this tens frame? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 10 plus 7. So 10 and 7 is 17. Okay, let's go ahead and flip to the next page. And it looks like this, and it has blue and yellow beads on it. So the first thing we need to do, it says, Chloe makes a necklace with 16 beads. She starts with the blue bead on the left. Circle to show the beads that Chloe used. So here's all the beads. She starts with this bead right here. So from this bead, counting on, you're going to count out 16 beads and circle them. So pause the video, do that on your own, and then hit play and make sure you're correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So here is my circle. Those are the 16 beads that Chloe used to make a necklace. Now, you can see right here that the blue and the yellow are in groups of 5. So there's 20 beads total. We have 5, 10, 15, 20. So we're going to count how many blue beads we have. So if we're counting by 5s, we can do 5, 10, or we can count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 blue beads. I'm going to write a 10 above our blue. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellow beads. All right, now, which one of these did she use the most of? Did she use more blue or did she use more yellow? She used more blue. 10 is greater than 6. We're going to go ahead and circle that. All right, now down here in this big white space, we're going to draw 16 of an object. So pick a shape, a triangle, square, a circle, anything you want to do, a simple shape. I'm going to choose a triangle. So I'm going to draw 16. I'm going to make them in rows of 5, just like we talked about with the tens frame. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a different color here so you can see it a little bit better. And I'm going to circle my first 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this would be a completed tens frame. And how many triangles are in this square, this completed tens frame? Well, if it's a completed tens frame, then there's 10 inside there. And then how many are outside of the tens frame? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10 plus 6 equals 16. Okay. All right, now I want you to pause the video, do the next 2 pages, so this page and this page on your own, and then hit play and check to make sure that you did them correctly. All right, welcome back. So on this page, you're going to just go ahead and trace the 17. Remember the 1 and T numbers goes first. We know that 17 is greater than 10, so the first tens frame is going to be filled. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. My first tens frame is filled, so that's where that number comes from. And my second tens frame has how many in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10 and 7 equals 17. And then the final page, all you had to do here was trace the number 16. And let's verify that there's 16 here. Well, we have a full tens frame, so we know that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then these 2 are review. So this one, how many dogs are sitting here in the group? 2. Plus, how many dogs are joining them? 1. So 2 plus 1 equals 3. And then this number, so it gives you a 5. Number 3 gives you a 5, and you need to show 5. You just filled in all 5 squares. All right. Let me know if you have any questions on that. And I hope you did really good. And I hope you did really well checking out your answers and making sure you can pause and check yourself. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you next video.